going to come to you today. I'm going to make this video, try to make it pretty quick. I've had my Surron now for 4 years. I've been enjoying the heck out of it. I am not a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old. I am a 54-year-old. I've just been always having a blast on this Surron since I got it. I've made a lot of upgrades to it. When I got it, of course, it had all the factory battery, factory controller, and it was pretty fun, but about 2.5 years into it, I decided I was going to go with the EBMX version 5 race battery. That's their latest and greatest, most potent battery. And I put that on there, and I went with the KO controller, the smaller version, the more affordable one that was like $600 or $700 instead of $1,100. And that controller only puts out 14.4 max kilowatts. So at 14.4 max kilowatts with this battery, my gearing, well, it was actually the taller gearing, the 48 tooth rear sprocket in this controller, I went 72 miles an hour versus about 48 miles an hour with the stock setup. So it gained a lot more oomph and get up and go. But one thing that I noticed when I had the 48 tooth sprocket on it with the O-ring chain, because they matched up together lengthwise. And so when I wanted to experiment and go faster and see how fast it would go top speed, I swapped that out and put that on. And I rode for about 6 or 7 months with that. I noticed that my battery was being depleted a lot faster. And I was like, man, that's weird. I thought the bigger battery would just give me longer time between charges. And I was like, oh yeah. I swapped to that O-ring chain and the taller gearing in the back, or the smaller gearing in the back, 48 tooth, and it really started sucking the battery power out of that. And I don't know, you may be interested in knowing this, but now I reverted back. I was like, I'm gonna try going backwards now. I put on the 54 tooth Warp 9 sprocket that I bought like 2.5 years ago, and I put on the primary drive, is the brand name, the primary drive o-ringless chain, and it was the right length for that larger sprocket, 54 tooth sprocket. Put it back on, and I noticed that now my battery is being conserved a lot better. So even though this has more acceleration, like this with the 54 tooth sprocket and the o-ringless chain, the other setup that I had was faster top speed, giving me that 72, 73 miles per hour. I don't know what the top speed is with this setup right here, but I'm very, very happy that I've regained some of my battery capacity and the longevity for me to ride and not see my battery power, percentage drop so quickly. So I think it's pretty interesting. I actually like it a lot better riding it around the neighborhood and riding it on a track, or riding it where you're not just going top speed everywhere you want to go. I like it better with the 54 tooth sprocket and the o-ringless chain. It's just a lot more responsive. It is a lot quicker accelerating, and it's just a lot more fun to ride. Plus, like I said, I'm seeing less battery drain, and I can ride longer. So if you found this interesting, that's the difference between some of the gearing that a lot of people are doing. I probably would stay within the 54 rear sprocket, not go up towards 60. And I would probably, unless you're just a speed demon on the street, drop back down to the 48, maybe even a 45. I don't know if that's doable, or if they even make that rear sprocket size, but they probably do. But yeah, that's the differences. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Maybe you got something out. If you did, like it, and check me out future videos. I've been a little behind on making videos on this, but I make them when things come to my mind. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.